Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Custom Figure Showcase Bigger on the Inside, and today I'm going to be doing what I'm hoping or I'm planning is the final update, because I've done a couple already, to my Third Doctor TARDIS. So obviously here we have the Third Doctor TARDIS. So this is based loosely on the TARDIS around the time of the Time Monster. Because this version, obviously, I've given it an overall repaint, as you can see. I've also given it the a slightly darker wash over the windows to make them a bit darker. The front and back signs I have replaced with the whiter versions, but it's the roof and the base that have the most changes, because the base has been reduced in size on the edges to make it closer to the body, and much more sort of square shaped. And then the roof piece itself has been flattened down and made almost flat, but it does have a slight sort of ridge to the middle, where I've also made the lamp top out of another flat piece with a ridge over the top of it, and then just used a bit of glue stick to actually make the lamp itself, as it were. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Oh, and obviously I've just realised, because I've just noticed it on the front, the sign, as it spins back round, what I've done is I've filled in the sign, main sign with Millipede. I might have done this on my previous one actually, so I might be actually talking about something that I've done before, but I've filled in the sign and then put a solid police box sign over the top, so it fills the whole panel rather than having an edge rim to it. But that's pretty much it. It's a relatively simple custom piece. You know, there's not a whole lot to it, but it is one that I'm very pleased with. I'm especially pleased with how the roof came out. Especially pleased with how the base came out as well, because that really was something that was a bit of a trial and error thing to try and get it to work and try and trim it down whilst keeping it sort of structurally integral. It does still have the springs and screws and things inside it, but it has reduced the structural integrity of it slightly, which has made it a little bit temperamental in terms of opening and closing the doors, but I tend to sort of keep them displayed as closed. But I do have one other thing which I want to show in this video, because I'm sure, as some of you will know, I had some TARDIS parts up on my eBay and Etsy stores, which I took off a while back. They're originally made out of resin, and whilst they were popular, I felt like they could have sort of improved on them. So I have improved on them, but I also have some new pieces to show you as well. So here we have a previous Third Doctor TARDIS, which I have taken off the roof and taken off the base, and I have replaced them with these 3D printed parts that I have made. So we have the roof piece is just a standard sort of roof from the Third Doctor. As you can see, it does have a slight edge to it, the ridge to it, which means it does slope slightly. Obviously you've got the top piece, and then we've also got here the lamp top piece, which will be put on top. To attach the two, you would just need some bits of wire that will fit in there that you can then fit in the top part. Obviously, like other 3D printed parts, there will be a little bit of sanding, trimming and whatever needs to be done to make them fit properly, but once that's on, it's glued on, and it's also made to sort of disguise it so that the pillars on the corners look like they go straight up to the roof. So that's come out very well, and then the base piece is actually in two parts. I'm going to have to dismantle this slightly to do it, but you'll see where I'm going, so whoops. So basically the base plate is two pieces. You've got this top bit, and then you've got a bottom insert, but it is made so that it fits into the standard TARDIS base and can then also be screwed into place if you want to keep it in, and obviously slots and areas for the doors. It does mean that the doors naturally sort of swing loose. They can be screwed into place, but again, for the sake of ease and making it is easily available, you know, easily put togetherable. I'm struggling to find the right word. Constructible, whatever you want to call it. It was easier just to not have things like, you know, springs and things inside, because when you start to add those things in, the design work gets a bit more complicated. So we have here, obviously, Third Doctor base with roof and lamp piece. So that will be sold as a as a set on my eBay. These will be going up. I am planning on putting these up on Thingiverse as well for anyone who wants to download them to make them themselves. But this will be going up as one set on my eBay from sometime the first week of February when I restock. So that's going to be going up. But obviously this was the new kit. The previous kits I have done were things such as the signs on the front of a TARDIS. So these are the longer signs. These are designed to fit into the spot where the previous ones are once they've been cut out. These do just fit into place. They can be fitted in like that and used to replace the standard ones. Or if you don't want to dismantle the TARDIS and you don't mind them sticking out a bit further, they are made to fit in with obviously glue. I've just blue tacked this one in so you can see it, but they are made to fit over the top of the standard sign. So there's some options there. And again, the base piece on this one, as you can see, is a slightly thinner base with the sort of edged slants on it. Again, made in very much the same way that the other one is. So it's just two pieces, one bit, as you can see, this one I've screwed into place. One top bit, one bottom bit, of which the TARDIS sits into the top. So this is, again, not including the TARDIS, but these 3D printed parts is going to be sold as a kit for the 5th, 6th and 7th TARDISes. But the base I'm also going to put up, as well as the signs actually, I'm going to put those two up separately for people that just want to get the different parts of the different parts of each, because this is the same base that I have used for my 2nd Doctor TARDIS, and also one that I'm planning on using for my 1st Doctor custom TARDIS as well, which I haven't shown on my channel yet, but is coming in future. This one, for those wondering, is going to be a Happiness Patrol TARDIS, so that's why I've been working on this and why I've been making the 3D printed signs and things. And then the previous 3rd Doctor one, I'm going to try and make into the Fugitive Doctor's TARDIS, so I am going to be using these parts myself. But yeah, I just wanted to sort of put this in the video to say from the 1st of, or I was going to say the 1st of February, but the first week of February 2021, these parts will be up on my eBay. There is a link to my eBay in the description. Standard sort of rules apply. I'll be restocking at the start of every month. There are going to be limits on, per customer limits on these, because I want to make sure enough people get them, available and made available to them. And at some point, for those who do have 3D printers themselves, I will be uploading these bits onto my Thingiverse. But that brings to a close another custom figure showcase, bigger on the inside, as always. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like, favorite, subscribe, share, it really helps me out a lot. Be sure to check the description below for a link to my Patreon. I'm doing my very first figure animation and you can get involved. There's exclusive content and rewards for those who do so, and funding my Patreon in any way gets your name at the end of my videos. I salute you all, and I will see you with another video very soon.